Over the past 2 days, we have seen the new liveries, well, kind of new for Yamaha, but a brand new one for Honda. We'll first start off with Honda, as it's just happened. Completely different. We've went for the HRC colours, obviously, due to the split with Repsol. They're not going to have any orange on the bike, apart from Luca Marini's number. But as you can see, Castrol are back as an official sponsor with the official HRC team. Yet we seen it last year with Johan Zarco on the LCR side, but it looks great seeing Castrol and the factory Honda team linked together once again. A partnership that goes all the way back to their first races at the Isle of Man TT, which I think was a nice touch and tribute from Honda in their presentation to link it back to where it all started. And it shows that road racing and the Isle of Man TT is ingrained with HRC and their racing project. So I thought that was a nice touch. Thoughts on the bike? I think it looks really cool. Maybe a bit too much red on there. If they had maybe just added a bit more white in certain places, it would make it stand out a bit more. But I think it looks different. The fans are really happy with it. And I think that's the best thing when you have a bike on track. And if it looks good, it's going to get more attention, isn't it? People are going to look at it more. And I think that's what Honda need. But other than that, they kind of talked about their plans for the season. Obviously, 2024 was pretty much a disaster for them, and Alberto Puig saying there's quiet optimism. They have to aim big, but they have to realize that the challenge ahead will be tough. And I think the best they can really hope for early in the season is that they don't go backwards like they did at the start of last year by taking a wrong direction in bike development. That's setting them back half a season, really. And this is the mistake they don't want to make again. But yeah, Joan Mir and Luca Marini kind of said the same thing. Very, very corporate, as you can imagine. Just trying to get the best results they can. They'll test out the bike next week at the Sepang test. And yeah, Honda have a new look. Is it a new beginning of an era for them? Let's wait and see. And then we have Yamaha. It was a joint launch yesterday in Malaysia with both the new Pramac Racing team and of course the factory Yamaha team that we all know. And we'll start with the Pramac bike, which looked really different compared to how you'd see it on a Ducati, obviously. Still keeping the purple theme in there, but the touch with the blue, I think it looks good. It'll just take a while getting used to seeing Pramac with Yamaha. It's still quite strange. You look at the bikes here, they look really cool, something different. And again, yesterday's launch with Yamaha, it was all about trying to progress forward. Now, out of the teams that have the D grade, or they're in the section D for the concessions, Yamaha definitely made the biggest progress out of Honda and themselves compared to when you look at the results last year. I think Yamaha, again, they have the star rider in Fabio Quartararo, and that's where they're going to be aiming for and bagging on, really, someone getting the top results. But having Jack Miller and Miguel Oliveira have an input into this project, two experienced riders who have raced on Aprilia, KTM, Ducati, Honda. They know the different characteristics of all the bikes, and I think it's a good thing. As you know, they are set up as a full factory sort of squad, a bit like KTM in this regard. So Yamaha will have parity across all four of their bikes that they have on the MotoGP grid. They essentially have the same kit, and it'll be something to watch for testing. They've been on track today, all four Yamaha riders. I actually can put that on screen now, the results. Our lucky Pete McLaren, of course, our journalist, is there in Sepang, and he has the timings. Alex Rins was actually fastest today, which doesn't maybe surprise many, but you know, you get to see the different names on the board, and you see Alex Rins is up top, Fabio Quartararo's in P3, Jack Miller's in P6, and Miguel Oliveira's in P9. Now, obviously, testing is testing. There's limited running in a lot of these time sessions. You don't know what people are trying out, if people are trying qualifying runs, long runs. It's simply testing, but Yamaha have been quietly optimistic for how their season is going to go. The livery for the factory team hasn't changed that much. Still that Monster Energy branding, which is heavy in there. And then you have a little bit of blue on the rear. Yeah, it's not that much different. But what do we expect for Yamaha going forward? As I was kind of touching on there, I would expect Quartararo to lead the way. And We've had a number of people outside of Yamaha trying to say that Quartararo will be a dark horse in 2025. Pecco Bagnaia has said that. Massimo Rivolo has said it at Aprilia. He expects Quartararo to make great gains in 2025. Well, we spoke to him yesterday. He was trying to play things down, but that inner confidence of realizing that he knows that he has the talent to be at the front. Of course, he's a world champion in MotoGP. But he says it's all about just the next steps. And I think it's a good approach that Yamaha are taking. I think something that Honda are going to take on board as they head into their new phase. Joan Mir had a difficult season last year. Luca Marini, first year at the Honda, adapting to it. There seems to be more of a cultural shift at Yamaha in terms of the way of thinking. And I like it. I like what they said yesterday. I like how they are going about their business. And I think they'll have good results. I think Quartararo can challenge for a podium in a few races throughout the season if things go in the right direction. And who knows, he might even fight for a race win here or there. That might be something to keep an eye on. And maybe a track that will suit Yamaha. Who do you think will come out on top of the battle between Honda and Yamaha? It's certainly an interesting season as Honda have boosted their testing program, of course, with Elisa Spargaro, Taka Nakagami, and of course signing Romano Albiciano from Aprilia. But then you look at Yamaha, they have great signings across the board, and now a four-rider team essentially with Miller, Quartararo, Oliveira, and Rins. Who do you think will come out on top? I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Leave them below. The bikes, they look pretty cool. I think that MotoGP desperately needed sometimes a livery refresh. I think we've got that with Honda. I'm excited to see the red on track. Their official colours. Looks good. Yamaha, like I say, with Pramac is something really exciting and something that can boost them to the next level. Four factory bikes on the grid. The first time they've really done that. And if you want more information, head to Christ.net. We've got everything from the team launches on our site. Also, we've got results from the shakedown test. It's a pine that's currently happening. And yeah, we'll be here next week. We'll have a few videos covering the Sepang test, as you know. Podcasts will be on there as well. And yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to in 2025. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, comment, like, listen to the podcast. You can get it on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts on. You can get it on there. Search Crash MotoGP Podcast. And until next time, we'll see you then.